A diver illegally sneaks into a restricted no-dive zone, descending to a depth of about 100 feet. Suddenly, he feels a powerful pull. Looking down, he sees a 13-foot giant monster biting his thigh, trying to drag him to the bottom. In a panic, he pulls out his dive knife and stabs the creature in the head. It lets go, and he and his dive buddy make an emergency ascent, but the monster relentlessly chases them. This dramatic tale is the local legend surrounding what we're actually going to talk about today: the infamous diving tragedy at the Devil's Table in Germany. The incident took place at the Teufelstisch in Lake Constance, located near Walhausen, Germany. It is an isolated underwater rock pinnacle left behind by retreating glaciers. Its flat top sits just 5 feet below the water's surface, measuring about 72 feet long and 33 feet wide. The surrounding rock walls drop almost vertically to a maximum depth of nearly 300 feet, making it a deep wall technical dive site. The deep water here stays at a freezing 39 to 41 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. Below 33 feet, it becomes almost pitch black, with visibility dropping to less than 6.5 feet at its worst. Combined with unpredictable currents, the area is extremely dangerous. At noon on July 3, 1977, two 27-year-old divers, Wolfgang Kurtz and Eberhard Keller, entered the water from the shore carrying twin compressed air tanks. Both were members of a local dive club with years of recreational experience. Their plan was to descend along the wall of the Devil's Table to a depth of 230 to 260 feet, explore the rock formations, and return to the surface within half an hour. A spotter stayed on the shore to watch their bubbles and track their dive time. After the planned 30 minutes had passed, there was no sign of the two men. At first, the spotter thought they might have just extended their exploration. However, as time ticked on with zero signs of them coming up, and after 90 minutes had passed, well beyond their air supply limits, the spotter called the police, officially reporting them missing. The Lake Constance Water Police immediately dispatched patrol boats and a dive team. Since it was already late afternoon and underwater light was fading fast, the first rescue team geared up for an emergency descent. They searched down the rock wall to a depth of 230 feet, but found no trace of the men, nor any abandoned gear. With darkness falling and the environment highly dangerous, they called off the search for the day. Subsequent searches yielded no results until the third day, when a 3-dive search plan was organized. The first 2 dives went down to 230 feet, but found nothing. The third dive, scheduled as the final mission of the day, consisted of 6 volunteer divers and 1 surface spotter. 2 of these divers had already done a deep dive that morning and were clearly exhausted, yet they still volunteered for this final run. At 8:20 p.m., only 4 searchers surfaced. The surface spotter noticed that the bubbles coming from below had drastically decreased and become highly irregular. Realizing the team should have been decompressing and surfacing by then, Command immediately launched an emergency rescue protocol. At 8:35 p.m., rescuers found the 2 missing volunteers at the bottom of the lake, unconscious and motionless. Due to the extreme urgency, 4 rescue divers skipped their mandatory decompression stops to bring the men to the surface as fast as possible. Once on the boat, they immediately started CPR, but tragically, the medical team could not save them. To make matters worse, the 4 rescue divers who rushed the ascent suffered varying degrees of decompression sickness and had to be rushed to a hospital's hyperbaric chamber. This secondary accident turned a missing persons case into a major disaster. On July 6th, local authorities suspended all diving in the area to prevent further casualties. On July 8th, officials released their preliminary findings. The rescue divers, the 2 volunteers, died from decompression sickness. Having already completed a 230-foot dive that morning, their bodies' nitrogen levels were dangerously high. Doing a second extreme deep dive while physically exhausted triggered the fatal bends. The poor visibility likely caused them to lose their visual reference and become disoriented in the dark. The original missing divers, their bodies were never found. Authorities concluded that a sudden drop in visibility likely caused them to lose sight of the wall. Disoriented in the pitch-black water, they unknowingly went deeper than planned. Breathing regular compressed air beyond 230 feet causes severe nitrogen narcosis, heavily impairing judgment and causing hallucinations. The freezing 39 degrees Fahrenheit water would have rapidly drained their energy, causing hypothermia. Ultimately, they either ran out of air or suffered oxygen toxicity and hypothermic shock, trapping them forever in the lake's depths. The 1977 incident claimed 4 lives, making it the deadliest single disaster at the Devil's Table. Authorities immediately established a strict no-dive zone within a 650-foot radius. However, a sports diving association successfully appealed it, arguing it was due to human error, and the ban was lifted in 1978. Just 1 year later, 2 more divers died in the same area. The 650-foot ban was reinstated. In 1993, another fatal accident occurred when 2 divers died exploring the wall right on the edge of the restricted zone. This forced the government to upgrade its policies. In 1994, the restricted zone was expanded to over 1,600 feet, turning it into a permanent total no-dive zone. Only official search and rescue or scientific missions can apply for an exemption. Anyone caught diving there faces massive fines. This ban remains strictly enforced today. After the ban, rumors of underwater monsters began to spread. The most popular is the 1997 story mentioned at the beginning, a giant creature attacking a diver, but there are absolutely no official records to back it up. A website dedicated to the Devil's Table, run by veteran German divers, specifically debunks the myth of giant whales catfish eating lost divers. They state that after years of actual diving, no catfish over 6.5 feet has ever been spotted there. Biologically, the whales catfish in Lake Constance eat small fish and invertebrates. While they can grow very large, there is zero official record of them unprovokedly attacking healthy adult humans.